What up? What up? We got 72 hours in Atlanta for my wife's birthday. Let's get it. All right, so first things first, we got to get through DTW. I don't know if y'all stand or walk on this thing, but I always walk. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's lazy to just stand there and let it move. You got to keep moving. You know what I mean? But we out here. All right. So as soon as we landed in Atlanta, we had to hop on the train because if you know, you know, Atlanta airport is huge. All right. So we had to get our steps in just to get to the shuttle to go pick up our whip. You feel me? Nah, as soon as we got outside, that sun hit me, man, it was hotter than the devil's scrotum. You understand me? Had to pack that hoodie up. Now we out. First stop, College Park. You know what I'm saying? We headed to the Breakfast Boys. All right, got to get something to eat. Now the area is pretty clean. You know what I'm saying? Pretty clean. Nice little area. All right, I got the jerk chicken and sweet potato waffles. Came with half a jerk chicken and the sweet potato waffles. Now I'm going to be honest with you. This chicken was looking crazy. I'm talking about looking crazy good. It had the right color. It was juicy. I'm like, okay, yeah, we got something here. But upon that first bite, no salt. No salt. How you make jerk chicken and ain't got no flavor? All right, so looks can be deceiving. Now, the sweet potato waffle was the truth. All right, you really don't even taste the sweet potato. Just tastes like a good waffle. That was the truth. Now, as soon as we get in the room, first thing you got to do, kids, is check that bed. All right. I know they say don't let the bed bugs bite, but you don't want to sleep with the bed bugs. All right. You got to check for any creepy crawlies. I don't care where you at. All right. Got to check that. All right. So next stop, Six Flags. Man, I ain't been on a roller coaster and I don't know how long. All right. But it's wifey birthday. We doing what she want to do. From the parking lot, I was hella intimidated looking at these roller coasters like, man, this is crazy. But thank God they had a train. You ain't even got to walk all the way to the front because the walk was definitely looking crazy. Then while I'm trying to record a video, they tapping me for a picture. Like, how you gonna mess with my video, right? But no, we riding. All right, so we riding. We get to the front, and as soon as we get in, my wifey gets stopped. They thought she had the blicky. They like, oh, y'all from Detroit? We know you got the blick. You got to go through the metal detector. It's like, no. But yeah, we get into the park and they got some unrhythmic people playing the drums, just making a bunch of noise. But you know, they having fun. It's cool. It's cool. Standing in line, I am super nervous. All right, the line's not crazy though. I remember amusement park lines being a lot worse than this. This is actually not bad at all. But look at that roller coaster. It's flipping and turning and doing the loop-de-loop and pull and all type of stuff. And then she wanted to get on this contraption. All right, look how close they swinging. All right. But we did it. You know what I'm saying? Had a nice little laugh about it. And then I know y'all gonna judge me. I know y'all gonna judge me. Yes, I had a little bit of funnel cake. All right. Is it the healthiest? Is it, you know what I'm saying, completely all natural? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I got to detox as soon as I get home. But I'm down 40 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes you fall in life, but you got to get back up. You know what I'm saying? It's all right to get down, to fall down, as long as you get back up. Never forget that. All right. But now it's time to leave because we had our fun, but we ain't really want to do too much. Now, where they dragged me to? Target. All right, but since I'm in here, might as well get some socks, do a quick little fit check. You feel me? Ain't I clean? You know what I'm saying? I ain't clean though. But no, we tore that clearance rack down a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, they had some stuff in there. This was a super Target. I ain't never heard of that. This was a super Target. All right, but from here, we stopped at Taranga City. All right, this is a nice little lounge. You know what I'm saying? We came in there, stopped for a couple drinks, couple bites. They had happy hour. They had specials on the wings, the lamb chops, the drinks. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. It was a vibe. It didn't take that long to get a table, probably about 15 or 20 minutes, but real hospitable people. All right, and while we was in there, they turned on the verses. I didn't even realize the verses was coming up. So Pleasure P came out with Pretty Ricky, you know what I'm saying, dressed in all red. And then they had my man Afion Crockett introducing B2K. All right, and I ain't gonna lie, I realized at this point that I'm more of an Omarion fan than a B2K fan because when they got to playing those songs, Pretty Ricky was putting belt to ass. It wasn't even close. I'm sorry. But next day, I digress. Started the day with a little 85 South. What up, though, DC? And then we stopped at Lickety Split for some barbecue. Nice little spot. Small, but it was cool. Stopped in there, and for my appetizer, I got fried green tomatoes. Haven't had none of these in a while, but these were really, really good. And that remoulade sauce, remoulade, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know how you say it. Correct me in the comments. remoulade sauce made it even better. All right. Top tier, nice and hot, came out fresh. Couldn't ask for a better fried green tomato. That was good. And then we on to the hoe cakes. All right. Don't come for me. That's what they call them. They hoe cakes. All right. So got those with some, some honey butter. All right. And a hoe cake is basically just hot water cornbread if you ever had it before. It was a little on the sweet side, not overly sweet. It was good though. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to complain about there. Pretty good. All right. And then I got turkey dressing and Parmesan corn. So we're going to put a little bit of this cranberry sauce. They said it's all homemade. They make all this in-house. The cornbread for the dressing and everything. So we're going to give it a try. They had the gravy on top of my turkey. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get a little bit of everything for the first bite here. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The turkey was good, but it was a little dry. It was good, but it was a little dry. The gravy saved it. So I'm going to just say if you ain't a gravy person, you might not like this. Now, this corn was hot as I don't know what. But it was good, though. It was all good. So from there, we hit this escape room called the Escape Game Atlanta. I've never done an escape room before this day. But they dragged me out, even though they didn't even think I'd be good at it. It was like, you don't know how to communicate, right? But we went ahead and did it anyway. We played a game called The Heist. So we had to recover a stolen painting from this man's office. So they gave us a little instructions. We had 2 other people join our party. And we was in the first room here trying to figure it out for a quick little second. I pitched in a bit, but you know what I'm saying? They ultimately helped out more. So we made it into the next room. And same thing, you know, we found a couple clues. We all worked together, got into this next room where they had a fake painting. We thought we found it, but we didn't. But ultimately, we figured it out. They give you hints. You know, we pressed it a couple times, but we escaped. You know, and they tried to get us talking about buy a t-shirt. No, thank you. So from there, we did a candle making class. Now, I have never, ever thought about making a candle in my life, but this was a great experience because, you know, your boy kind of know what he like, you know what I'm saying, in the scent world. So once that, you know, came about, I got all my different scents, got a little help from the lady back here, can't remember her name, shout out to you. And this turned out to be a vibe, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of other folk in there other than my party, but you know what I'm saying, everything went smooth. They handed us a little Moscato to sip on while I mixed my scents in. So I picked all my scents, got them into the oil. Now you had to stir the oil for, I believe it was at least a minute and a half to make sure that everything was properly incorporated and your scent would be all the way through your candle. All right, and they asked me to name my candle. You know, what did I think of when I first smelled the scent? And honestly, the only thing I could think of was seduction, because that's just what it smelled like to me. You know what I'm saying? Now my wife, China, they disagreed. They're like, I don't smell like seduction, but this is my candle. All right, I ain't really worried about what they think it smell like. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever smelt it, you'll see what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I might have some candles on sale real soon. Stay tuned. You know what I mean? But next step was to put some gemstones on our candle. So I can't remember exactly what gemstones I put, but I did take a picture of it. So you'll be able to see those in just a second. But the only bad takeaway, we ended up chopping it up with them because the lady was from Detroit and we was talking too much. And they told us to put the crystals on too late. So the wax had already started to set, but it's all good. I digress. You know, shout out to y'all. We out of here. On to the next thing. Now we stopped at this spot called Bar House. I know it's spelled funny, but it's Bar House. And it's literally a house on the corner of a block that they renovated to make it look like a bar. I know that sounds crazy, but the bar was nice. All right. It was lit. It was a vibe. All right. I came in there. It was a whole lot of activity going on. I was just trying to watch the UFC fight up here, as you see on the screen here. But the DJ was real ratchet. All I heard was Sexy Red. So I had to tell him, hey, play some Detroit stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We in here. What up, though? So he hooked us up. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. Caught a little bit of food. Got a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. I ain't really want to do too much because we had one more stop to make, which was Cascade Skating Rink. If you know, you know. Your boy had to get out there on those skates. I ain't skated in a minute, but it came back, you know what I'm saying, just like riding a bike. I'm paying for it now. You know what I'm saying? My legs were sore a couple days afterwards, but we was out there. We was rolling. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had some meta glasses. That's the next thing I got to invest in, because I wish y'all could have saw the way that these people was fooling out here. They was doing flips. They was doing tricks. It was really like ATL, the movie, in real life. It was a vibe. All right, so before we head out, we got to stop one more place for breakfast. We stopping at Tapa's Bar. It was a cool little vibe. You know what I'm saying? Didn't take long to sit. We actually got seated right away. I thought it would be packed, but they seated us very quickly. Just got steak, eggs, and potatoes. Nothing too crazy. But we out of here. It was a time, Atlanta. We had a time. You know what I'm saying? Till next time. We got to get going. Got to get back to the kiddos. Got to get back to my dog. Got to get back to work. So sad. And if you ever been through Atlanta Airport, or if you haven't, that's just a sneak peek of what the lines are like. It was actually kind of light on the people, but those lines get absolutely ridiculous. And oh my goodness, that's a cockroach. If you ever go to the Atlanta airport, do not eat in there. That's a cockroach just strolling through the airport while everybody's trying to get on their flight. Don't put your bags down and don't eat nothing in the Atlanta airport. I'm sorry, but home sweet home. What up, though? Detroit versus everybody all day, every day. All right, now we got to take another shuttle to get back to the whip because the Delta parking terminal is under construction, so we couldn't even park there. But you know what I'm saying? I'm back home. My dog was happy to see me, you know, my big old puppy. Now continue to follow me. You know what I'm saying? I know I might have digressed a bit on this trip. I had a little bit of some stuff that might not have been the best for me, but you know, like I said, I'm human. You know, we all fall, we all make mistakes, we all, you know what I'm saying, have our shortcomings. It's just about continuing to grow and get better. All right. Continue to follow, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm going to keep pushing out this healthy game. All right. Love everybody who rocking with me. Peace.